What are the requirements we should demand in a good administrator? Character is a fundamental requirement, and a fundamental requirement is a most important thing. We cannot let the fundamentals take care of themselves. But though character is a basic requirement, it should be remembered that it is not the decisive factor that makes a person specially fit for administrative tasks. A very good man may not be at all fit to be entrusted with administrative responsibility in the civil business of the state, even as it is obviously the case in the conduct of a military operation. It would be easy but perhaps dangerous to give examples of known men who have failed, though they are persons of undoubted good character. After this has been said and admitted, we are apt to think that sound technical equipment is the decisive factor in each department of public service. But it is not so. The special equipment required for various jobs is no doubt indispensable, but experts cannot govern, nor can they be safely allowed to govern, though they may wish and, if permitted, be able to dominate. In administrative key positions, the special technical equipment that comes into play in these departments is strangely enough by no means the essential requirement. To give only one example, the man responsible for the fine and rapid development of the electricity system of Madras state was not an electrician but an electrical engineer could not have done it. What is essential at the top is the capacity to judge upon relevant advice and to decide promptly and rightly in executive matters. Judicial offices are not the only places where the capacity to judge is essential. To decide in matters executive quickly and correctly is a gift of the gods, and this is it that makes a good administrator. In small as well as great affairs, he proves to be a good administrator who has the talent for right judgment and quick decision. It may be that early training can develop this quality, but I am inclined to think that it is a congenital quality, and all that we can do is to seek it out where it exists and make use of it. Those who are in the employ of the government in various capacities in the branch concerned and the people who are affected by the course of administration must know and feel that in matters of policy as well as in daily administration, they can get clear and binding decisions without delay or procrastination, and that there will be no messing about, no modifications, confusions, and counter orders, recalling and revising and modifying decisions once taken. Speedy decision does not mean hasty decision without due consultation or discussion. The administrator should have the capacity to obtain the best out of his expert advisors and quickly to understand what they say. He should have the opinions and experiences of all concerned before coming to his own decision. But when, after full discussion, a decision is taken, everyone should thereafter feel that there will be no vacillation. Those whose function is to carry out the decision should be sure that they will be supported through every difficulty or unpleasantness and will not be let down at the first hurdle under pressure from some powerful quarter. For successful and good administration in any department, in a democratic setup, this is most important. It explains the success of most great administrators as well as the failure of citizens. Decisions should be speedy. They should certainly wait for full discussion, but not for cosmic rays accidentally and mysteriously to improve our mental apparatus. That is to say, a thing should not be put off for the reason that one is not able to make up one's mind about it. Often, in the affairs of the world, wherein generally so many complicated factors are in operation, one particular decision is not only right decision, but any firm decision is better than indecision. It should be remembered that the decision itself very often affects and alters the environment and psychology of the people concerned. Numerous are the causes, the combined effect of which produces a result. The Bhagavad Gita has enabled the matter and enumerated 5 causes in Sloka 14 in the 18th chapter. The 5th and last element is Daivam, which is a technical term to include all unanticipated elements. Some of the causes that produce a result are incapable of anticipation, but one of them is certainly what follows in the minds of people from the fact of a firm decision. What theoretically may be an important form, giving it a local and contemporary color. Someone's it may be the important decision becomes the right decision with the help of the environmental and psychological modifications that a firm decision brings about. The proper moment is most important. The good administrator should not only decide quickly but should have the sagacity to know when to do a particular thing. The quality that enables one to see this is based on the ability to grasp a variety of complicated features and to be able to evaluate them to know what features count and which do not. Often this explains why some succeed and some fall in spite of seeming unlikelihood. Sagacity and imagination are terms that describe the talents required for judging aright. I have said that this quality is probably inborn and cannot be imparted, but experience does nourish and enlarge native talent. There are some people who, though themselves are not able to judge matters, have the capacity to choose men possessing that ability and those qualities. Although one may not oneself possess imagination or sagacity in all matters, he must have the capacity to appreciate such qualities where they exist in order to be a good administration in a key position. He should he should not be one who is jealous of it in others and prefers flatterers and yes men. The good administrator who has the capacity to make decisions without procrastination will command the loyalty of his staff if he also infuses the confidence that he will stand by and support them however unpleasant or difficult the execution may be. He should mix with his staff freely and infuse in them the confidence that he is a firm and fair adjudicator on issues that comes up. He should be even-tempered. Bad temper is not a substitute for firmness. It does not pay. It leads to being surrounded by worthless people who can stand bad temper. The better men drop off from one who exhibits all ill temper or threatens every moment to do so without adequate reason. And the going away of the better men leads to a double loss. You lose good men and you get flatterers and worthless men. The capacity to size men up quickly and know what sort they are is very important. The administrator should have this special talent or